How you doing, friends? I am Joe Craig, and welcome to Reeling and Telling Our Truth. But if you've been watching, we put another spin on it, and it's from our point of view. Now, how you doing today, Stan? On a Sunday morning, talk to us, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I feel blessed and I'm raring and ready to go and let's make it happen.
Man, if you have been alive, which we are, Louisiana and Oklahoma, they're mandating that all their schools, now listen closely, fans, all their schools teach the Ten Commandments in every classroom. How about that, man? In every
Hmm.
classroom. Now,
Wow.
I got a problem with that off the top. You know why I got a problem with that? Is because now you, not me and you, but the system is forcing kids, little Johnny, little Susie, little Hector, little Hune, to sit in the classroom and be dictated, give lessons, be being taught the Ten Commandments. Now, I was a rebel when I was teaching, and everybody know out there, I taught for 23 years, and my thing is religion, that's an individual thing. You shouldn't mandate a kid to have to sit through something that they don't want to do because the system is not taking in consideration that people might be atheists, they might be Hindu, they might be Muslim, they might not even care about it. It's about their choice. But the system is making them do it, man. What's your thoughts about that? Then I'm gonna chop back at you. What do you think about that?
Well, I totally agree. I don't like people trying to tell people what to do or mandate, make it mandatory. I do not like that at all. And like I said, there is a segment of this society that is trying to go backwards, and I mean they're doing it at a force that's incredible, actually. And I really want people to pay attention to this because you it's got to be put to a stop. And the biggest key that I think most individuals have against this would be to get out there and vote because know who your DAs are, know who the people in your districts are that represent
Right,
you,
right, right.
know who your sent people that you send to the Senate, you send to Congress, and you got to get out there. This is so essential. And it's even going worse. And I know this is another subject, but Project 25 is another thing. These people, individuals are going at things. Wake up, people. Please get out there and
Yeah,
vote.
yeah,
Get out
yeah,
there and vote,
yeah,
please. So,
yeah. And let me jump in right quick, man. And I was just thinking about this, man, just alluding to what you're saying. I remember a while back where they did not want the Bible and Christianity in the
that is very
schools.
true. Very true. That's
And
how it got
now,
taken out. Yeah.
right. And now the same faction is putting it back in to manipulate,
Control. Exactly.
control what we're trying to do. Now, I also have another problem with that because these same people, and I'm not going political today, folks, but these same people are talking about the Ten Commandments, right? So why would they want? So why would they want?
Yes.
I'm just a citizen. Why would I want to go to school every day to deal with the Ten Commandments, knowing that the people that put the Ten Commandments in, they ain't really following the Ten Commandments? Am I off
Mhm.
track?
No, not at all. And I mean, it makes no sense in various ways because you're putting time to educate a child. I know a lot of times it deals with English, math, science. Now you're going to bring the Ten Commandments in. Where do you have room and space for that? How long is it going to be done
Good
in the event
points.
that it does happen? How many
Good
minutes of
points.
a day? And is it going to take an hour every day? That's taking an hour away from teaching a kid math, science, and various things that to help them learn. But you're not learning. You're making someone learn something. I don't know how relevant that may be. It could be, and I mean the Ten Commandments are the Ten Commandments. I got respect for what it says, but I don't think that that's the ample place to teach that. It should be an elective, something optional for a kid, not mandated.
Good point. Good point.
Mhm.
No, I'm just saying good points because I remember, excuse me, I remember in college, maybe later in high school, I took a religious course. But your point is well taken because it was a choice for me to take it.
Yes, big
It was a
difference.
choice.
Mhm.
Now, I'm also looking at the discipline issue too. And sorry, fans, my little throat sore. But looking at it from a discipline standpoint, I'm coming to school, and just because I don't want to hear about the Bible, you're gonna send me to the principal's office.
There you
That
go.
ain't
Yeah,
right.
that's wow, man. Opening
They
up
ain't even
all,
thought about that.
yeah, new can of worms.
Yeah, they ain't even
Yes.
thought about that. So you're gonna suspend me for 3 days because I don't want to do the Ten Commandments. And you know what, Stan? I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it out there anyway, and I hope people don't be critical, or I'm not a hypocrite. But I remember my last 2 years of teaching with all the Black Lives Matters and all the killings of black people and injustices. I quit standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Because I couldn't say it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, but all of that stuff because right before my eyes, I'm seeing black people persecuted all across this country at that time. And I could not stand up for something that I didn't believe in because that's the purpose of us having our point of view is the ability to be able to do what we want to do and say we want to say. Now, do I regret it now? No, I don't. Because it's even worse now. And I may be way jumping off track, but dude, I didn't even celebrate the 4th of July
Yeah, I
because
understand.
I didn't
Hmm.
do that, man. Because then one might say, well, why didn't you do it? And then another faction might say, well, you know what? You can't let what's going on in the world today stop you from celebrating. Well, number one and a half, buying firecrackers costs money, and who making the firecracker. So that's a whole nother can of worms, man. But
Yeah.
I just don't believe that the public sector should be mandated to look at the Ten Commandments and all this kind of stuff. So that's my whole point of view, man. So what you thinking?
No, I totally agree, and just I want to investigate more to find out what facet or just who are the individuals that are totally responsible for this. How high does it go? And the point, like I said, did you talk to the teachers to see if the teachers were in agreement with this? Were
Good
there
point.
votes? Did anybody vote for this? You just like all of a sudden, and like I said, I do truly believe the states of Louisiana and the other state. I apologize for
Oklahoma.
that, Oklahoma. But here's the problem: is when you got that mandate, you're going to have people to try to move out of the school system and move actually to another state that doesn't have it. I just don't like people mandating what you have to do. I mean, I just don't like that. I do not like that. It's a form of control, and it's a prerequisite because it's going to get much worse than this. And if we continue to close our eyes and turn our heads and act like it's not happening and not address it, confront it, actually, we all are going to be swept away, and we're going to lose years. We're going to lose everything. We're going to lose the equal rights amendment. It's a prerequisite for the voting rights amendment. We're going to lose everything if this is just the start. Do not think it's going to stop here. Wake up,
Right.
people. Please wake up. Wake up. And those of us that talk about it and we don't go vote, guess what? We're actually voting for the wrong, for it to happen if we don't vote against it.
Right, man. You know what? I'm gonna bring something back up. You mentioned Project 2025, brother. I'm gonna have
Yes.
to go look up and I'm gonna have to go read up on that because I've been hearing about that more and more and
That,
more.
that is so devastating. It's scary. It's so scary, man. It's so scary. And there are individuals that are part of it. They named a bunch of them. I was looking at MSNBC, and they called out a bunch of individuals, but they also called out one person that's up at the top that's trying to run for a high office. They said this person claimed that they know nothing about the 2025 project. Right. Okay. But that coincides with the character lying all the time anyway. So,
And then
but it
they,
is
they
what it
goes
is.
back into what we saying about the Ten Commandments. So thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not
Not
bear false
lie.
witness against thou shalt not lie. So I can strongly say that I wish everybody would pay attention to what's really going on, as you eloquently said, because it's just in Louisiana and Oklahoma now,
No,
and just
right.
like birth control and everything else, this
Yeah.
if this
Roe
goes
versus
around,
Wade.
it's gonna every state gonna try to do it. Certainly down in
Mhm.
the South, that's just my opinion. So, folks, what are we saying? What are we saying? What are we saying? We are saying, I'm saying, I ain't gonna speak for Stan, but I'm against the Ten Commandments being taught in the schools because it eliminates the freedom of choice. And
Yeah.
you should be able to choose what you want. Like Stan, like you mentioned, we already got reading, writing, arithmetic, language arts, social studies, history, chemistry, biology that you need
Mhm.
to learn
Yes.
before you need to implement this into the curriculum. So, folks, I'm against it. Stan, what
I'm
you think?
against it. I'm against it wholeheartedly. And I hope that people will try to get to the booths to try to stop the individuals that's pushing this agenda. And right now, I don't think we have anything more than that to do. We still have to
Right,
stand up against it. We got to vote.
right,
Voting is so important. People died for the right to vote. And remember, if we don't vote or if we don't make a difference in this, it's going to get worse. And we will wish that we had tried to make a difference. You should not tell people what to do in school. The Ten Commandments, I'm not knocking the Ten Commandments or judging the Ten Commandments, but our kids should be learning other things. It's a lot. It's going to confuse the kids. I just don't see any significance whatsoever. I just don't see it. That's,
so fans, we are in agreement. Stan and I think the same way. I'm Joe Craig, reeling and telling the truth from our point of view. Me and Stan, it's been a pleasure, sir. And it's
thank you.
Sunday,
Yes.
so you have a good, blessed rest of your day.
And you also, Brother Joe. And thanks again for always, thanks for any time you ever include me in a podcast. I'm honored to be a part of it. God bless you. And thank you so much, sir.
All righty, sir. Be blessed.
Be blessed. Best. Be blessed. Be blessed.